I've had some questions about going from round filed to chisel bit or square filed, and then also round filed to the new Hexa file. And I want to kind of illustrate. This is a 72 LP and organ chain, and more or less I just want to show I've got it set upright. Many people sharpen that way. If you don't have a vise out in the woods or whatever, you can go against a log or a limb and be able to work with the chain. And it makes it nice because if you're right-handed, you can be able to set it this way and then just roll it over to be able to check the other teeth. So you're always looking at the cutting surface or cutting face of the tooth. So here on this one, I can set the saw up pretty much at my 25-degree top angle. I can file through and make sure that I'm touching everything. I can even go down into the gullet a little bit very easily with that particular position. So that's using the round file. Then to take and this is a double bevel chisel bit file, and so at this point I've done for years in this position, and Soren Eriksson is the one that got me started on this, and more or less 345s. So I'm going to take and I'm going to go back towards the power head 45, over towards the middle of the bar 45, and then turn the file 45. And what that gives us is a position, and this one surface going right up to the point. And so you're able to see that entire point, and it sets your top as well as your side plate. The side plate should be roughly 90 degrees. That line from this bevel here of the file, this bevel here, should go right up to the point. So again, 345s. I go down 45, over 45, turn the file 45. And if you're having trouble filing chisel bit chain, square ground chain, if you'll put it in that position, you'll find that it works very well. That puts your top angle at about 20 degrees, and then underneath, and that line directly to the point. And hopefully, let's see if I can get a little better shot of that. So that's the square filed with the chisel bit chain. So very easy. Turn a round ground full profile 3/8 into a full square ground chisel bit chain. So on this next one, I want to dress up the round just a bit, and then we'll see how because this chain is about halfway back, and it's still cutting pretty good. We were cutting dead ash with it yesterday at a golf course in Illinois, and so there I've got that entire surface put back on, making sure it's all set up correctly. Now the Hexa file, and I've talked about in a couple other videos, this particular file is a hexagon shape. It has a flat surface with a alignment line on the top, and then the bottom is actually smooth. So what it allows you to do is to ride the gullet with the flat surface of the gullet. Really, it takes the gullet out of the tooth completely. And so all you need to do is you push back into the tooth. And in this case, you're straight across with that gullet, the flat in the gullet. You got your 25-degree angle there. And so it more or less sets your height that it can go, and you've got two cutting surfaces on the file that sets a top angle, and it's 25 degrees, and then it actually puts a V in the side of the cutter. Now this Hexa file I used in the test, and it's getting kind of worn a little bit. Let me see if I can get that down in there just a little bit more. It's not cutting real fast here, but that would be the process to turn this over from a round ground to a Hexa grind. So if you can see that, a V down into the side plate. Put it back over here. Have to get that gullet back out of there, and there it is. So now you can see that V in the side, and so very quickly put the little bit of flashing off the chrome, but very quickly be able to turn that tooth into a Hexa grind. And so it's just basically the 25-degree top angle, and you're pushing back into the tooth with that flat surface down into the gullet, and that's your cutter design. Put one more round file in here, and I'll try to get some close-ups of those three. So I just wanted to run that short video, ask some questions. Being able to turn a regular square full chisel chain into a square grind, as well as the Hexa grind. Okay, I'm not in the woods here, but I've set this up on a table here, so you can kind of see. What we used to do in the woods is set the saw straight up, or not quite straight up, but at that angle here. So I've got about 25 degrees, and so as I file through here, you see, I can set the file. I can see my entire chisel angle to get the 25 degrees, and I can file through. And so this Hexa file actually, more or less, it rides a flat edge against the gullet, or the bottom there, and it keeps it the right height. So as I file through, keeping that 25-degree angle, it more or less cuts the channel that I need into the side plate. And this file is getting a little bit dull because I used it in the test, but it's quite capable. So that sets it up. Got to go back just a little bit more, but it's very easy to turn a round ground chain into a Hexa file, or you can take a double bevel chisel bit and be able to 345s down over, turn the file 45, and put that channel right up to the point very, very easily. And these files cut very quickly to the point, and you've got your square ground set up. If you have trouble filing square ground chisel bit chain from the outside to the inside, try this technique. We've used it for years. It works very well. You get a good edge. It keeps you out of the rivet and your tie strap, and so it works really nicely. And I think this new Hexa chain, if you like round ground, this is going to be a very easy way to give you, they say, about a 10% increase in cutting speed, and very easy to be able to work with. You don't have to recut the gullet. It basically takes it all in the strokes. So then all you have to do is come back as you shorten the tooth, reset your depth gauge, and you're ready to go. We hope you give it a try here. Hopefully it works for you. I want to say thank you for dropping by, and please press that like button and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We're getting very close to the first tier, 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate all the help you give us in getting to that goal. And if you have any comments, please leave them below, and we'd be glad to get back to you. So this is Tim Ard saying I hope to see you along the Forest Apps Road, and good sawing.